Well, fellow Star Wars fans, we just got the newest episode of The Mandalorian this morning dropping, and this was fun. For me, that is the singular word that it keeps running through my mind. Fun, fun, fun. That was a fun episode. Who cares about the broader story or anything else? That was pure fun. Now let's just start with the action and the directing. That was noticeably a really good directorial effort. I purely enjoyed the direction of it, and on top of that, the fun action that we got, whether it was on that transport with Mandalorian fighting the pirates, or the escape from the refinery with whatever Mandalorian and his Mayfeld. That's his name, Mayfeld. So between Mayfeld and the Mandalorian, that escape scene, I mean, just so much fun. All that stuff. Two. The second thing is Operation Cinder. What is Operation Cinder? It was a post-Battle of Endor execution. The Emperor was dead, and yet there was a message that came out from Emperor Palpatine to just destroy. And it hasn't really appeared a lot. I've seen it in comics and books, but it really hasn't been beyond. I think this is the first time it's ever appeared or even mentioned on screen. So that's what Mayfeld and that officer mentioned. Okay, now we get to the third piece, which is the title. I love these titles. I have really come to adore and just cherish these titles. So, for instance, because there's so much ambiguity. So, for instance, a couple episodes we had The Jedi. Which one is the Jedi? Is it Ahsoka, which we thought, or was it Grogu? We also had, last week we had, that was a really fascinating episode about the tragedy. What was the tragedy? Ostensibly, the tragedy is Grogu getting taken by Moff Gideon. Maybe the tragedy was the destruction of the Razor Crest. Maybe, and this is what I think is really fun with the ambiguity, could it have been Boba Fett's fecklessness on screen heretofore, before that episode, and then he sort of redeemed himself from this tragedy for us fans? Whatever it is. In this one, the believer, who is the believer? Presumably, the believer could be Din Djarin, but it's more likely this Imperial officer who is a true believer, as well as, what about Mayfeld? He had been a believer, and now he doesn't, but really, Din Djarin, he had been a believer. He had believed that this was the way. And really, ever since meeting Bo-Katan, his beliefs had been thrown into disarray, and he is now willing to take off his helmet in front of others. And that was perhaps that for me was such a fascinating moment, and just being okay in front of people, in front of Mayfeld, to show his face. So he no longer is a believer in the way, and it'll be interesting to see how his character develops. Now, looking forward, speculation, we only have one more episode left in season 2. Clearly, we're going to try to get Grogu back, and Grogu is not going to be returned to the Jedi, presumably by the end of next episode. So who knows? Maybe that's the third season, is trying to continue getting Grogu to a Jedi Master or something. We'll see. We'll see what this final episode of season 2 brings, and ultimately what season 3 does. So thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.